Yes, yes. Oh, okay. That's good.
How's that?
All these.
Yeah, tell me what your cycle.
Now here, up to now, we studied the nature of the Buddha, what Buddha is about, from the, purification and perfection of all the excellent qualities. Thus. Now, the second here, the significance of the name. What means Buddha name? Some names have no significance. Like say if you say rock. Rock is a name, but there's nothing significance. But some has significance. So Buddha name has a significance. So why is one called Buddha? See, one who has fully awakened. Buddha means fully awakened. In Tibetan, Sang. Fully awakened from what? So from ignorance. For example, as from sleep, or like a fully blossomed flower. No, so sorry. This is, I'm going a little far. From ignorance, or as from sleep. And then this again is Buddha, means blossomed. In Tibetan, JOL means blossomed all excellent qualities. So both words, fully awakened or fully blossomed, both are explained in the Buddha. So this discriminating wisdom into the two knowledges is called Buddha. In Tibet we say Sangye, We say a lot of those prayers, Sangye, Chodong, Soji, Chodam, It's Buddha. So Sang means awakened. Sang means become fresh. Will you feel lethargy? Or, unclear, depressed. All those mind is so unclear on your sleep. So then, when you become fresh, awake, you see everything so clear. This is called Sang, fresh, awake. And within that, then blossomed Buddha. All the knowledge is blossomed, without exception. That's called Buddha. Thus it is said, because of having awakened from the sleep of ignorance and having blossomed the discriminating wisdom into the two knowledges, he is called Buddha. That's why when Buddha achieved enlightenment, I found an undefiled ambrosia, which is so profound, complete peace, and free from elaboration, and uncompounded, and nature of luminosity. That's what is Buddha. Awakened from the sleep of ignorance is the perfect purification, as described earlier. Blossomed, the discriminating wisdom. Here, discriminating means not just making, annihilating something like this. This discriminating is sharp mind can distinguish, see what cause brings what result. Exactly. perfectly. It's called discriminating wisdom. Wisdom into the true knowledge, into true knowledges means that the perfection of primordial wisdom as was explained before. So it's called Buddha. That's what it's called. You take refuge. Refuge in the Buddha means, you see now, you are understood? Not just a statue, not just a painting, but this wisdom, you are taking refuge. See? One who possesses this, we are taking refuge in. Because I want to achieve that too by myself. I want to follow your footsteps. So one day I can also, like you. That's what's called taking refuge in the Buddha. The classification, the Buddha's form are classified as three: Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, and Nirmanakaya. The Golden Light Sutra says, all the Tathagatas, means all that's gone, Buddha, possess three forms: Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, and Nirmanakaya. Then here comes now some clarifying the confusions. Some scriptures mentioned two forms, so rupa form and arupa form. Even some are mentioned 4 or 5 forms. They said that doesn't contradict here in this tree. Even though they say that all the forms are included under this tree. So all, no matter, all different, even 100 forms, 100 Buddhas, like 100 wrathful and peaceful forms of Buddhas are included in the tree. Okay. The Ornament of Minor Sutras mentions, one should understand that all forms of the Buddha are included in the tree, into this tree. So now, not describing more about this, what are three definition. Dharmakaya is the identify of the actual Buddha. So the complete designation of the Buddha is the Dharmakaya. No. In the 8,000 stanza profession of wisdom says, one should not see the Buddha as the form bodies. The Tathagata is the Dharmakaya. The King of Meditative Observation Sutra mentions the Samadhiraja Sutra. One should not see the victorious means Buddha, one as the form bodies. The true form means the Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya. Body should be understood to manifest through the combination of these three. Through these three conditions, the Buddha manifests into these two forms. See? This is very important. It shows how interdependent. Otherwise, we may ask, since Buddha has limitless qualities, why not Buddha's coming here? Why not to everybody? You can ask all those questions. Since Buddha has such a great compassion, why not all those who were suffering so much and Buddha come there and get rid of all those suffering? Now, through these three conditions will give us very good reason now why we also have to work, as well as Buddha has this responsibility. No? See, first, you see, magnificent blessing of the Dharmakaya. This Dharmakaya's condition. The projection of the trainees, the nature of the condition of the sentient beings. Here, trainees means all sentient beings here. And previous devoted aspiration prayers that Buddha's cultivation of bodhicitta. Buddha has cultivated bodhicitta for all sentient beings. So that those three has to come together. Now you're explaining, step by step. Furthermore, if they appeared only through the magnificent blessings of Dharmadhatu or Dharmakaya, So Buddha's, yeah, he said that. Then, since all sentient beings are pervaded by the Dharma Dhatu, see, every sentient being is pervaded by the Dharma Dhatu, or emptiness. No one exists beyond that emptiness, or functions within that. So all would be liberated without effort, and able to see the Buddha, able to see the face of Buddha. Since we all are pervaded by the Buddha nature, every sentient being which is Dharma Dhatu. So without any difficulties, we should see Buddha, because Buddha's Dharma Dhatu and sentient beings Dharma Dhatu. There's no distinction. There's no difference. So there he said, this is not the case. Therefore, they do not appear only by the magnificent blessings of the Dharma Dhatu. That doesn't happen. No, the blessing, Dharma Dhatu, the emptiness is full of blessings to every sentient beings. No, but that doesn't happen. It's not happening, isn't it? It's very clear. It's not happening. Now, if the form bodies were solely the projection of trainees, sentient beings, those individuals who see Buddha, it's all completely without depend on the Dharma Dhatu, without depend on Buddha's bodhicitta perfection. It's if only depend on the sentient being's projection, then it is an error to project an appearance which does not exist. All sentient beings, what do we see? Our perception, see everything is real, concrete, unique, in a fabricated nature. No. If that's real, if that's the kind of way to see Buddha, we should have seen Buddha easily, but that's not the case, See, appearance, you see, the error to project an appearance which does not exist. So things do not exist like the self-grasping. Self does not exist. Just one example. The concrete, permanent, substantial, we perceive that. In reality, that's not like that. Does not exist. It's all our confused projection. Since all sentient beings have been acting in their errors, since beginner's time, then if one attain Buddhahood, by depending on this error, all would have attained enlightenment by now. This is not the case. Therefore, they do not appear solely through the projections of the sentient beings. It's not just only sentient beings' projection. See, if the form bodies appeared only through devoted aspiration prayers, it's only depend on the Buddha's perfection of bodhicitta. If that's the only cause, then it say here, Buddha has, it's caution, has the complete, perfect Buddha mastered devoted aspiration prayer or not? Whether Buddha has perfected bodhicitta or not, ask that question. Buddha has perfected bodhicitta, isn't it? Because to attain Buddhahood. So if this were not mastered, then how Buddha, then he could not be omniscient. How he can achieve Buddhahood? See, if this were what I'm looking for, I'm reading a little bit different. If this was not mastered, then he could not be omniscient. If this was mastered, then all sentient beings liberated without effort just by his devoted aspiration prayers, because such prayers were made without partiality. See, if by sentient beings are liberated by only aspiration prayer of Buddha, because Buddha prayed so much, may all sentient beings free from suffering, may all sentient beings achieve enlightenment by perfected bodhicitta. By now, sentient beings must be perfected, achieve enlightenment. No? See, this is not case. That's also not true. So, therefore, they also do not appeal solely through devoted aspiration prayers. Thus, the two-form bodies, Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya, appeal through the combination of these three forces. You see, all has to come together. The Dharmakaya's blessing, the sentient beings' projection, means, in other words, we should have our own purification of karma to see Buddha. And Buddha's perfection of bodhicitta. Through these three combinations, then we see the Buddha. And this also exactly mentioned in the Kongshik, the Drikung Kagyu teaching. It's called interdependent. Buddha's manifestation in the world is interdependent, interconnected. If we have enough purification, even we can see Buddha now. Like, for example, when Gampopa was training under the Milareba's instruction, one day he saw Buddhist Meditation Center and all the 1,000 Buddha he saw. He saw the 7 medicine Buddha, Gampopa, and he saw all the Yidam deities like Charasamvaratos. And if you read Milarepa as a Jignosung's life story, like he perceived 7 Tara during his enlightenment, a lot of discussions, and he perceived all the great teachers, Milarepa, Marba, so forth, Jignosung, and Jignosung also saw Ananda, through which he got discussions of all the Buddha's teaching. And he perceived the Chakasambhara directly, Jignosung, and that time all his realization with the Tantra teachings completely kind of revealed. So when we have the conditions, even now, we have the ability to see the Buddhas, not just only the 2,600 years ago. No? So you read the Milarepa's life story, how much he perceived Buddha's bodhisattvas. Even Marba passed away, but during his meditation, Marba came out. So what is happening with you? No? so like this, you see. So it's interdependent conditions. That's why we take refuge in Buddha. Purify ourselves. Receive the blessings. No? So this is a very important point, this you see. Otherwise you ask, Buddha has that great compassion, why not we are so suffering, not come here? Why not coming here? Because we are so suffering, we are helpless, Buddha's compassion is always prevented to the sentient beings. But we need a condition. The explanations will come later at the activity section. They will discuss more there tomorrow. Now the reason there are three kayas. Reason there are definite 3 kayas. Why we need 3 kayas? Why not 5? Why not 4? Why not 100? It is out of necessity. Dharmakaya is for one's own benefit, and the 2 form bodies are for others' benefit. I'm sure you have heard of the benefit of two. Benefit of two for oneself and others. So Dharmakaya is benefit for oneself. So if you practice Dharma, you achieve Dharmakaya, and that perfected your benefit. You are free from all the suffering. Achieve the absolute peace and happiness. Now from there, Buddha manifests the two bodies, the benefit for others. That's what I'm saying too, It's the others' benefit. How does Dharmakaya benefit oneself? Now here. Obtaining the Dharmakaya is the basis for all the good qualities. Good qualities like strength, like 10 strength, 4 fearlessnesses, 18 unmixed or unequal qualities, so forth. And so forth, gathered there as if they are being summoned. When you have this Dharmakaya, all the excellent qualities without exception just effortlessly manifest into you. That's how you perfect yourself, how much you get the benefit. That's it. Not only does this happen when Dharmakaya has been obtained, not only you become Buddha at that time, you achieve all the excellent qualities, but there's also a lot of benefits. But even those who devoted to Dharmakaya, who have strong devotion to emptiness, even before you realize emptiness, it's just devotion to the emptiness, Dharmakaya. Or sinner who slightly got a glimpse of realization of emptiness, or partially more realization of emptiness, or greatly, very big realization of emptiness, greater, that's called, greatly realize, obtain different stages of these good qualities. That's what's called practice of Buddhism. Now here see, they respectively obtain a small benefit when you have strong devotion to the emptiness, Dharmakaya, and it discards all your gross afflictive emotions. So small benefits there. And then slightly realize, then all your afflictive emotions kind of stumbles now. All these concrete afflicting emotions have not much space. So see, many benefits you get. And then you realize these afflictive emotions are just mere manifestation of the confusion, just delusion. There's no substantial existence. See, there is no more. And then your afflicting emotions are just left trace, just some imputed. The benefits kind of so much immense benefit. Yeah, infinite. If you achieve before Dharmakaya, we have all those benefits. So, the supreme worldly experience, as we went through the 5 parts, the highest state of the samsara is called the supreme worldly experience. All the perfect powers, like perfect meditation of the equipoise, and the clairvoyance. Through that meditation, you achieve the clairvoyance, and meditative observations and so forth are achieved through devotion to Dharmakaya. So, because your interest in the realization of the emptiness is so strong, and you're so meditating, you're so devoted in that meditation, so those qualities are achieved. Obscurations, abandonment, did I read this? Yes. And obsession and so forth are achieved through the devoted to Dharmakaya. And next, obscuration, abandonment, clairvoyance, miracle powers, and so forth. All the qualities of hearer arhats, Sharavaka arhats. Now, how much they dissolve their obscurations of the negative thoughts, mental afflicting emotions. When they can fly in the sky. So all those achieved, by realizing just slightly of the emptiness, arhats, are achieved by slight realization of Dharmakaya. Obscurations, abandonment, meditative obsessions, clairvoyance, and so forth, all the qualities of the solitary realizer arhats are achieved by partial realization of Dharmakaya. Obscurations, abandonment, meditative obsessions, clairvoyance, and so forth, all the excellent qualities of the Bodhisattvas who attain bhumis, from first bhumi to the 10th bhumi, all those excellent qualities you are achieved by the greater realization of the Dharmakaya. So even you become Buddha, you achieve all those qualities and benefit sentient beings so much. See? So these are how Dharmakaya can benefit ourselves. If we practice step by step. That's why we need to dedicate our life. Follow the path. This is called becoming a sincere Dharma practitioners. The two-form bodies are presented to benefit others. That means Sambhogakaya is shown to the more purified trainees, means great Bodhisattvas, the pure form body, with the magnificent 812 natural marks, like a rainbow body, seeing directly, and that body exhibits all the excellent qualities that inspire great Bodhisattvas to achieve Buddhahood. To those, And the Nirmanakaya is shown to impure trainees like we ordinary people, the different levels, practitioners, with many different forms, sometimes Buddha form, sometimes like tree, sometimes like the bridge, sometimes sentient beings, or animates, inanimates, in many different forms Buddha manifests. Therefore, it is indefinite that the Buddha has three forms. Why it is three forms, see? There's a reason. The characteristics of the three kayas. Now, what are their characteristics? How we can understand what is about Dharmakaya, what is about Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya. See? First is Dharmakaya. Dharmakaya is merely labeled as the exhaustion of all errors through realization of the meaning of the all-pervading emptiness, of all phenomena. As the mere reverse of the nature of the confused projection. Dharma is just a label, a designation, free from all the confusion, without any obscurations are left. The perfection of the purification and perfection of the wisdom. So there's no form to browse. It's a confused projection. In reality, it does not possess in any way whatsoever. The identification, so it doesn't have any way to identify, to point out, say, this is Dhammakaya. Or characteristics, we cannot characterize Dhammakaya, because beyond our words, beyond the elaboration, or the designation of Dhammakaya, this is just as Milarepa said before. Milarepa said, even you ask Buddha, Buddha cannot tell you this is what, but you just practice. So if expressed from another angle, Dhammakaya has 8 characteristics. So from our ordinary level, from the conventional level, then we can characterize Buddha as the 8 different, So beautiful, see. Sameness, profundity, permanence, oneness, perfection, purity, radiance, and relationship to enjoyment, body. First, sameness. There is no difference between the Dhammakaya of all the Buddhas. So same nature. The past Buddha, present Buddha, future Buddha, or our own nature of the mind. As Lord Jitendra mentioned in the Songs of the Six Confidence. My mind, Buddha's mind, and sentient being's mind, I realize as one nature. So Lord Jitendra, he realized that, see. Profundity, because it is free from all elaboration, is difficult to realize. It's difficult to comprehend. Ordinary person, like we, cannot comprehend Buddha's mind. That's called profound. In other words, the unenlightened mind cannot capture the enlightened mind. We cannot guess or judge the enlightened mind because it's beyond conceptual thoughts. We conceptualize everything, this and that. All what we're thinking is conceptualizing. And Buddha is beyond that. So that means our own nature isn't that. So when you could meditate, you see calm, peaceful, no judgment, and you come to that state, you come to close to that, and you feel so peace, that all the peace is just there. But then immediately we disturb that, and conceptualizing, grasping. That's called profound. So to capture the profundity nature of the Buddha's mind, we need a profundity nature of the meditative state. Permanence, it is not compounded. See, it's not compound. It has no beginning, middle, or end. It is free from birth and cessation. It's called not permanence of something, object, material things. This is reality nature. Where it is, this is called uncompounded. It's called unfabricated state. Oneness, it is indivisible because the Dhammadhatu and primordial wisdom cannot be differentiated because the primordial wisdom captured the Dhammadhatu. There's no difference now. There's no subject and object. That's called oneness. It's not just being one, neither two. Perfection, it is unmistaken because it is beyond exaggeration, and underestimation. Means there's no augmentation. There's nothing to reduce. Free from the reduction and augmentation. This is now because you realize as it is. Just perfectly realize that now there's nothing to exaggerate. Even though we may not have word to exaggerate. Purity is free from the three obscurations. The obscurations of the afflicting emotions, the obscurations of the for the enlightenment, and the obscurations of the meditation, samadhi. Those are fully purified. Radiance, there are no discursive thoughts, only non-conceptual thoughts or this natural awareness are projected in the non-conceptual state. Means luminosity, free from all obscurations. When everything is obvious, there's nothing to conceptualize, nothing to judge, because that is as it is. Like when you come to in your home, at your home, you know everything where it's placed, so you don't have to worry. You say, I come back to my home, means you relax. It's like that, you come back to your home. Nothing to conceptualize, nothing to judge. That's the Dharmakaya. Relationship to enjoyment, embodying the nature of vast qualities. It is the foundation for the complete enjoyment. Bhati Sambhogakaya. So because Dharmakaya has inconceivable excellent qualities beyond our expression, so to see that Buddha manifests Sambhogakaya. Through the Sambhogakaya, then Buddhists at once can see all the Buddha's infinite excellent qualities. So Sambhogakaya is manifest on the base of Dharmakaya. That's called relationship with the form bodies. The unsurpassed Tantra says, so now when you come this, the Uttara Tantra is very important in the section of the Mahamudra. If you study well enough Uttara Tantra, not just literally some meaning, but go through deeper meaning, Uttara Tantra will explain the Mahamudra. What do you say? Uttara Tantra is a sutra or the Tantra teachings? It's the sutra system. And that explains the complete nature of the mind. So that's why here, quotations here. See, says, beginningless, centerless, and endless. Means no beginning, free from all the boundaries, past, present, future, same nature. Completely indivisible. So you go to this, indivisible, we explain there. Oneness is indivisible. Free from the two. The two, free from the augmentation, free from the reductions, exaggeration, and underestimation. Here we have that. I don't know how it explains here, but free from the reduction. Free from the three obscurations. Stillness and concept-free, means beyond conceptual thoughts. Such is the Dharma Dhatu. Understand of its nature is the vision of the yogin who abides in that meditation. Means the yogin means Buddha. Buddha who captured this all meaning. The Ornament of Minor Sutra says, the natural body is sameness, subtle, means profound. Subtle means here profound, and related to enjoyment, the Sambhogakaya body. So that's the Dharmakaya. So this we're taking refuge in now. Sambhogakaya also has 8 characteristics: surrounding, field, form, marks, dharma, activities, spontaneity, and naturally non-existence. First, surrounding. The surrounding retinue of these bodies are the bodhisattvas abiding at all the bhumis, from first bhumi to the 10th bhumi. That's the surrounding entourage of the Sambhogakaya Buddha. Second, the field of enjoyment. The field in which enjoyment is experienced is the completely pure Buddha field. It's pure Buddha field, not necessarily somewhere else. This very place can be pure Buddha field if you have pure vision. If your negative thoughts, afflictive emotions are purified, this place is Sambhogakaya field. But if you read the descriptions of the Pure Land, you can find what it looks like. So this very field can be Sambhogakaya Pure Land. Okay. The form of enjoyment, the body of enjoyment of Buddha Virutana, and so forth. It's Buddha Virutana, the Sambhogakaya form. All the 5 Buddha, say Buddha, Ranasambhava, Amitabha Buddha, so those called the body of the Sambhogakaya form. Now, if you see the Buddha Amitayu, Buddha Amitayu is a Sambhogakaya form of Buddha Amitabha. Which marks the 112 attributes. Well, here too, yes. That is the marks here. The marks that are possessed are the 32 major and minor, 80 minor marks, that one. Full enjoyment of Dharma means, full enjoyment of the Dharma is the complete minor teachings. And that Buddha Sambhogakaya gives the complete minor teachings. Want to attain Buddhahood. Okay. Activities are prophesied, bodhisattvas, enlightenment, and so forth. Then that Buddha Sambhogakaya, each individual bodhisattvas down there say, you will achieve Buddhahood in such place, in such time. That's through these practices, and Buddha prophesies, explain those. So encourages bodhisattva to practice Dharma more and to achieve Buddhahood. Spontaneity, all the activities and so forth are free from effort. Like the spring jewel, it manifests spontaneously. These activities were explained in the section of the activities, Naturally non-existence, even though it manifests in various forms and so forth, it is actually like the color of crystal. Crystal has no color. If the crystal you put on the red cloth, it becomes red. If you put in the yellow color, it becomes yellow. So Sambhogakaya is like that. It's the color, crystal color. Free from the nature of all diversity. It is free from all the diversity. But all the diversities manifest in that. Depends on the individuals. Okay. definition of the old first. The Ornament of Mind Sutra says, Sambuca in all the Buddha fields is differentiated by gathering surrounding Buddha fields, material manner marks, the form body, the complete enjoyment of Dharma, and activities, differentiated by the surrounding, field, marks, form, and the complete enjoyment of all activities. There are five. Anyway, there's five different of the attributes of the Sambhogakaya. Also, the Ornament of Clear Realization says, being master of the 32 measure in 80 manner marks, that because it enjoys the minor teachings, it is called the Sambhogakaya of the sage Buddha. So this is the Sambhogakaya Buddha. And Nirmanakaya. Nirmanakaya also has 8 characteristics. The basis, cause, field, time, nature, engagement, measuring, and liberating. First, the basis is Dharmakaya, which is unmovable. Means Nirmanakaya is manifest from Dharmakaya, without wavering from Dharmakaya, while maintaining the Dharmakaya, Buddha manifests in Nirmanakaya. It arises from the great completion, which is to benefit all sentient beings. See, this makes a very important point here. If you ask what's the connection between Buddha and sentient beings, it's a compassion. Because Buddha has such great compassion, unwavering compassion, indomitable compassion, concerns every sentient beings, so we take refuge in the Buddha. That makes the connection with the Buddha. That's why bodhicitta is so important. There in the world, there are so many people, intelligent people, so smart people. But we don't pay attention so much to those. But there are who are real, have compassion, become the service of the sentient beings. And then those poor people, they're close to those individuals. So compassion is the healing power. Milarepa also said, Milarepa who meditate in the cave, the sentient beings in the world who has devotion to Milarepa, said the connection is compassion. So that's why we all need to practice compassion while we are developing our understanding, Dharma teachings. Always extend your compassion. Be useful in your body, speech, and mind for the service of all sentient beings as much as we can. That will make the Buddhism as a service others. Field, its field are the fully pure and fully impure fields. So Buddha manifests all the different forms in the Nirmanakaya. Those are like, even Buddha manifests in the lower realms with the different manifestations. That's what it's called. Pure form for the Bodhisattvas and impure for the ordinary people, ordinary sentient beings. Time, it is unceasing for as long as the world exists, until the end of samsara. Buddha continues activities. So that's why, if we practice this, refuge, Buddha's blessings is always there. That's why usually I recommend, say if you, like root guru you're talking about, if you take your root guru like Lord Jigten Sungkun, like Milarepa, like Gampopa, their compassion is always with you. as those their disciples enjoyed, we can enjoy. No? Nature is manifest in three forms. No? Artistic emanation is expert in all the various arts, such as playing the lute and so forth. Like, cooking, playing flute, guitar, any artistic way. Because one example, there was at the time of Buddha, there was a smell eaters called special Gandharva, the Gandharvas, the king of Gandharvas, very expert in the playing guitar. He has such a great pride, his playing. He was thinking, there's no one who can match me in the world, because he has a 1,000 string, 1,000 string to play, and each that makes the sound is so elegant, beautiful. So then when Buddha came to know to help him, Buddha manifest like himself, other this, like that king, Then Buddha said, let us compete. So then they started competing. When they compete, they produce the same sound. And then cut each string, each string cut, and they make the same sound until it came to the one string. Still he could produce the string of the 1,000, And then at the end, Buddha cut that also. And from the emptiness, Buddha played. Produced the sound. And then he was helpless. Oh, there's one person who's greater than me, I go down now. I reduce my ego. I follow you. So that's how the Buddha helped. So, this is called artistic, And the birth emanation manifests various inferior bodies like a rapid and so forth. Buddha manifests many different forms like a rapid, because one time there was a rapid as emanation of the Buddha staying in the mountain with a great sage meditator. And then a kind of a famine, drought happened in that area. And all people are dying without food. And then that great meditator, he could not sustain there. Then he was thinking to leave that cave. And the rabbit said, please don't go. I will help you. And then there went so much discussions. Then rabbit said, do you eat other meats? And he said, yes. So they have a big fire. So rabbit said, please enjoy my body. He jumped into the fire. Become a food of that great practitioner to move his dedication, to renew his dedication to practice Dharma. So that's kind of how those kind of benefiting session beings in various ways. Sometimes when you get accident and fresh, it comes Dharma teachings to the mind. What is this? It's talking about karma. Oh, I have to take care of karma. It's the Buddha's blessing. Even the accident is bad, but Buddha's manifestation comes from any form of the things. So you should take that advantage, you see. Whatever good things or bad things happen, always remind Dharma, and there's a Dharma teaching. That's called Buddha's manifestation. See. And then the third one is superior emanation essence, descends from Tushita, enters the mother's womb and so forth until it passes into nirvana. Nirvana, the Ornament of Mayana Sutra says, the emanation body of the Buddha is a great method for full liberation which manifests constantly as an artist's birth. Artist's birth means like a rabbit, great enlightenment and parinirvana. It's like our historical Buddha, the last one, the superior one. Buddha, descend from Tushita and enter into mother's womb. Then he was born in Lumbini and then enlightened in Bodhgaya and performed the Dharma teachings. It's called superior emanation body. Okay? And then that brings here in the Uttara, Antarpas Tantra says, through the various forms, apparitional by nature, the one excellently born into the highest birth, descend from the realm of great joys, Tushita, enters the royal womb. So Buddha was entering the Mahamaya's, his mother's womb, and is nobly born on earth. Then after 9 and 10 days, Buddha was born. So descending from Tushita and entering the mother's womb, and then being born on the earth, then perfectly skilled in every science and crafts. So then he went to school and expert all the knowledges that whatever exists in the world. And then delighting in his royal consort, then he stayed until he's 29. He enjoyed his kingdom. But then after that, as you see, he saw the suffering of the samsara. He was not attached to his royal kingdom. That's a strong sacrifice. Usually we fight for the royal kingdom, isn't it? To the death, But Buddha renounced that. Renouncing, enduring 6 years hardship, and going to the place called enlightenment, means Bodhgaya. It's very hard, the Bodhgaya. He proceeded there, and he vanquishes the whole samara through his meditative state. All the mental afflictive emotions, all the maras, he vanished within his equipoised meditative state. Then, perfect enlightenment, he turned the wheel of the Dharma,